Okay, we're going to take a look at some basics of side fall ukemi. And side fall ukemi is present both in aikido and in judo. In aikido, you typically, the first place you'll run into a condition where you're going to be dealing with side fall is the fourth technique out of either the 17 or the 23, depending on which school of Tamiki Aikido you're dealing with. The technique is Geita and Ate. It's a low posture strike that will project guys backwards and off to the side. And that's really your first exposure into this sort of ukemi. In judo, you'll typically find this coming out of foot sweep type ideas, is really your first exposure, at least with our school, is foot sweep ideas generating this side fall ukemi. The basics are, as you're in a kneeling position, you can do these kneeling or standing. If you've got bad knees, you don't have to worry about doing them from a kneeling position. The kneeling position is just very low impact. If you're not able to deal with squatting down like this, then get the crash pad and take advantage of that. You can use your hands to support you a little bit if you need to. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my hand and foot slide across, and I'm just going to let myself sit all the way up my leg and up my back. And in the landing, we can go ahead and talk about now. We'll see it again in what we call barrel rolls. With the front foot, I'm landing largely on the top outside edge of the foot. I'm not landing with my toes knife edging into the floor. That's really painful when you do that. I'm kind of not as smart as the average bear. It took me twice to learn not to do that anymore. It's really painful when the little toe knuckles get mashed together like that. So you're turning the foot outward. Some guys will describe it as pointing the bottom of your foot toward the ceiling. Whatever it is that gets you there is fine. The idea is that we're going to slap with the whole outside of the leg rather than just with the foot. Your back leg largely on the ball of the foot as you're dealing with these. And as it is with all of your ukemi, you want to practice it on both sides. So sliding forward, and then go ahead and let yourself have the feet come down. The landing with the feet is very critical as you start moving into more advanced forms of ukemi, such as forward rolling break fall. As you get into doing the standing form, there's a couple of gotchas that you have to look out for. The first one is your support foot. You must open the hip. You got to get your knee and your foot aligned, pointing the same direction. If I leave my foot toward the camera and I sweep across, I have no real easy way to sit down. As I try to sit down backwards, I end up dumping myself in a very violent fashion. And that's really uncomfortable to do. If you open the hip or the foot, hand and foot are going to slide across, and again, sliding all the way from the ankle all the way up the side is what we're after. Sitting down, rolling up. So, opening the hip, hand and foot, slide across, sitting down as you go into your fall. You'll see the same sort of falling occur with the judo buddy falls that we'll have another video on in the ukemi section. And this is a critical element of your ukemi to be able to deal with side fall type ideas. So again, fundamentally, opening the hip, and as you feel your shoulder blades start to come in contact, you're tucking your chin, you're breathing out, you're letting a nice relaxed sort of slap occur. So just some basic ideas to look for on your side fall ukemi.